I think that should be enough for now. So let's get ourselves started. Hey, everybody, it's your boy Jojen, the guy who kicks ass, keeps kicking ass, and won't stop kicking ass. How you all doing? Well, a little too before we start, I got a little bit of announcement. Your boy basically is qualified to meet the affiliate program. Hooray! We're moving on up, which means basically you might see some changes going on. But here's the thing: I haven't signed up for the affiliate program yet. I might need to basically get some stuff ready, make sure to get a little bit of reminder of the rules and among other things, so I don't end up doing something stupid. Because so far I'm learning there's a lot of rules with affiliate, a lot of simplistically, and we don't want to risk damage and stuff. So that we're gonna be basically playing our game. So with that, let me just get this battle station operational. There we go. Wait a minute. Okay. What the heck happened to my face? Alright, this is weird. There we go. Weird. You should have my face, but where's the heck's my face? Oh. Here we are. Seems my face has gone missing for a moment, folks, but fear not, I'm going to get operational with this baby. That's weird. But fear not, we'll figure out what's going on. Let's see. Oh, well, looks like we won't have any faith at the moment, so this is just a weird tech. But to give a bit of a recap, we managed to basically recruit our grid man here and managed to do such. So while we're here, let's do some missions. So we got more people coming in, more stuff, and all the other things. So I believe we're going to do ourselves this. There's the mutual There's mutual trust and all the others, so people can see my burb, can they? Please send a comment. I'd like to be able to make sure that knows it works. Huh. Just a blank image. That's just still weird, but either way. Either way, we're doing a return. Do this. But either way, I'm glad, so we can take care of this. Quite some time, Captain Bright. Yes, we've spoken over comms a number of times. I believe this is the first time we met in person. Thanks to you for looking after my wife and son in New Hong Kong. This is something interesting. New Hong Kong, a city in Eastern Asia where the Luo and Company headquarters are located. During the Grips War, the city was ravaged by the Psycho Gundam. It is the city that Bright's wife and children were captured by the Titans. They were only saved thanks to the help of the daughter of the president of Luo Company, Stephanie, who had some personal grudges against the Titans. No, I should thank the AEUG and Kabara for protecting New Hong Kong back then. I suppose that was the start of our working relationship. Still working together now. My younger sister Michelle is part of that. Narrative Gundam, that's no ordinary weapon, is it? Technology behind the Psycho Frame is being kept under lockdown by the Federation government ever since the Lapless Box incident. But that machine uses the same technology a bit in a restricted manner. I suppose there's no fooling the man who fielded the new Gundam. Can I ask exactly what Luo and Company and Michelle are trying to achieve with that Gundam? I'm sorry, but that's not for me to say. However, since you're looking after her, Luo and Company is prepared to provide the Gargoyle Squadron with support. Is that a bit familiar business, Stephanie? Michelle and I only want to be cold-blooded relationship, but still, a Luo is still a Luo, and I won't allow harm to come to the Luo name. Luo Woman, the current head of the company, personally entrusted with me my decision to support the Gargoyle Squadron, part of that. You may rest assured that this is a calculated business decision. I see. As for information what you're looking for, Captain, I'd prefer to wait until you take in a certain pilot first. Is it about the Psycho Frame again? Close, but not quite. The axis shook on the Lapless Box incident. They were more than enough of a shock to merit the Federation locking down the Psycho Frame. And now Luo and Company is tampering with that taboo technology. What is Michelle Luo thinking? I see you're getting the hang of the narrative's B-packs. Then again, in a perfect world, you wouldn't have to pull off using it in gravity at all. Didn't go with Captain Bright. No point. I got nothing to discuss there. I see. Ensign Jonah. Oh, hey, Uso. Can I ask you a little about yourself? About me? Yeah, I'd like to hear why you're out here fighting, if you don't mind, that is. Well, that's easy. It's because he's a soldier. And why did you enlist? The point of asking. I don't see how any of your business anyway. Well, Michelle, it's fine. I'm sure Uso is just worried about me. What do you mean worried? It's not just me. It's Junko and the others, too. They all say you're in danger. Danger? Dangerous, you mean? Way you fight, they say it seems like you're fighting like someone desperate. Maybe I am. Jonah, I think it's because I'm chasing something out of reach. But that would be out of reach, and thanks, Uso. I appreciate your concern. Tell Junko and the others that, too, I'm sorry that I've worried them. Really love judging the subject, don't you? Well, whatever you're carrying, it seems like it's a pretty heavy baggage. What would you know? Hey, take it easy, would you? You know they say about how misery loving company. So I heard from a little from Mavi up in the lab. You know, about the miracle children. Are we under attack? Who would attack us out here? These units will be selecting these 4 little boogers, the VMAX. There we go. Anissa made it back in time for this, Captain. Hey, Doc. Munchkin leveling? Somewhat. We're just picking some units. I always choose some weaker units to give them some love. But you can gain experience just by doing some patrol missions, which are bare minimum. Stefan Luio never did tell me more about the pilot she's referring to us, or about how he disappeared. Unidentified units approaching. All units, prepare to intercept. And it's the Panzer mobile suits. Neo Zeon. I heard they were deploying forces in North America, but Captain, strange, there are no EFF bases around here, and I doubt they're here for us specifically. Then their target's almost certainly Stephanie Luio. You wouldn't be doing this if you didn't take so much on yourself, Stephanie. All units, intercept Neo Zeon forces and force the enemy from advancing in further in the area. There's a good number of them, but they're just Neo Zeon remnants. They shouldn't be too much hard to mop up. When say just Neo Zeon remnants, they're a little different. They seem a bit more dedicated than your normal Neo Zeon grunts. What's their objective? To take Stephanie Luio hostage and demand something? Captain! That fox Stephanie Luio. She must have anticipated we were planned and stationed the EFF here. If she's resorting to such drastic measures, and the tip definitely checks out. All units, follow my lead. The moment we break past them will be the moment of Neo Zeon's restoration. Looks like we got ourselves to deal with some situation. And yes, if you're wondering, Draco, my face base, I don't know what happened to my face, but I don't see it on my OBS at the moment. I got a glitch out at the moment. I want to make sure. So we're just doing no face at the moment. Until I can find a way how to fix the OBS thing. Not there, but don't worry about it. Thanks. Just want to make sure that works. I feel naked without my face, but hey. Here we go.
ビクトリーの扱いは慣れている。みんな離れて。キャノンを使うから。
Oops.
子供や主楽隊だけに活躍させるわけには悪いけど。
ガンダムの時代は終わったんだよ。相手がガンダムだろうと向かってくるなら
これくらいはやってみせないと。
It's like the enemy spirit is being channeled through this machine to me. Is this my? If this is my fighting spirit, then mine is. Here we go. Okay, no hitting the cockpit.
グリッドマンを助けて、キャリバーさん。
分かったアクセスコードグリッドマンキャリバー俺を使えグリッドマングリッドキャリバー
Seriously? He said no hitting the cockpit, and guess what you did? You hit the frickin' cockpit. You had one job, kid, and you basically just failed that. There we go. Getting pwned by Gridman in a state of getting your goose cooked. Yeah, of course.
ならばやらせん
Right. Dang. Oh. Units sighted approaching the area. It looks like a mobile suit. Enemy reinforcements? No, it's approaching from our rear. A golden mobile suit. Dang, that's some swag right there. This is coming from Sugura. Attention Gargoyle Squadron. This is Lieutenant Quattro Pagina, formerly of the AEUG. What? Lieutenant Quattro Pagina? You mean the former Supreme Commander of Neo Zeon, Char Aznable, the man who tried to drop Axis on Earth. He's alive? I thought Stephanie Luo's info would be about Amuro, but if Amuro's alive, I suppose it only makes sense that he would be too. Let's prioritize intercepting the Neo Zeon remnants for now. Intercepting? You mean they're not working for you? Understood. But you'll follow my orders, is that clear? Commander Mitsuba, I request that you abide by my decision, please. Understood. It's your call. Then, this is what I must do right now. That's right, folks. We now have the Red Comet on our team. Let's give him a test run, shall we? What I can do right now, what I must do right now. I must fight, even if it means living in shame.
けじめは自らの手でつけさせてもらう。ここはこれが確実か。もらった。
期待を捨てるしかない。
That guy just got dusted. Char, why are you showing yourself to us? You dropped the name Char, but for what purpose?
ネオジオンめ、こんな時に手法発射。
私がシュラッ隊の一番手をやるよ。数の上ではこちらが有利だ。ペギ、マヘリア。
もらった。こっちで気をそらす。
シュラッ隊、行け。
Na na na.
よし。あとは。
There goes one. Go.
ユータからもらったこの心で私は戦う。
ジェデカ、あいつを狙うんだ。
了解、ボス。ジェイバスター。行け。どうしよう。あとは頼むぞ。
Any dome? Well, that's a dome shot. Let's see. Hit this. Miss. Char Aznable, the former Supreme Commander of Neo Zeon and the greatest attempted mass murder of all of history. What I don't get is, why don't I sense any kind of sinister intent from him?
やるしかないじゃないか。距離を取ったって。当たり。
And
相手はモビルスーツか。放つ。
there we go. Oh, hello. Hello, Horace. Master Chief, what's your favorite Gen 5 starter? Superior. Ha! That's a good one, Horace.
いけグリッドだ。ここは行くしかない。
So that's Char Aznable, Red Comet of Zeon. The 1-year war. If not for that war, Rika, Michelle, and I would all be... Oh, we got one more unit missing? Alright. Go. Here we are. Now I can show you that.
テックを発見した。やられる前にやるまでだ。そういう手で来るのなら反撃に移るぞ。ミサイルはこれだ。インコム行け。そこだ。機体に捨てるしかない。
Seriously? You're gonna charge after Gridman? Whatever, your funeral. There we go.
どうしよ
Enemy units neutralized, ma'am. All pilots appear to have safely ejected from their destroyed machines. Better start talking, Char. Give me a moment, please. Char Aznable. His arch nemesis, Londo Bell, is here. What the hell is his game? Ugh! Didn't get away in time. You're Captain Char Aznable! Right now, I'm Quattro Vagina. Nothing more, nothing less. Actually, no, I take it back. I'm definitely less. I'm a horrible human being. Why are you doing this? We came to welcome you back into the fold, sir! You're the only one that can restore Zeon! Zeon already has a new leader. But, go back and tell the rest of your team that Char Aznable no longer exists. Ah, I see. That happens, Draco. And tell that the world does not want the Red Comet making a comeback. That's what you want, Captain. But I'd like you to remember something, sir. No matter how you see things, the space droids are waiting for the Red Comet's return. I'm sorry. That's Char Aznable. Guillotines are chump change compared to what he tried to do. No kidding. Still, you're showing yourself in front of us. I trust you're ready for what that entails, Char. Right? I'm not gonna start in on what you've done. We're past that. Just answer me this. Amuro's alive, isn't he? Yes. Char, are you the pilot Stephanie Luio wanted to introduce to us? Yes, I am. I'm going to be fighting as one of the Gargoyle Squadron. For what purpose? Even I can feel shame, you know. You think you can start atoning now? No, I probably don't have the right to. Fine. I owe Stephanie a lot, so I'll take you in. I expect the rest of you to do the same. The matter is not up for discussion. For what it's worth, I have a peace offering. I'm listening. The location of Amuro and Camille, I'll share both with you. You know where both of them are? I doubt they'll forgive me either. But I have to press on anyway, so mankind can advance into its rightful future. Here we are. So if we look at that, folks, we got Char Aznable. Let's get ourselves some AOS updates for the lab. Damn, we still need more. Anyway, I'm glad at least your internet's operational. Oh, that's the full armor Hayaku Shiki Kai. Oh, that's a mouthful. I'll call it the Shiki Kai then. Makes it easier. All right. Hold up, let me get some paths up. Because these are new interesting ones, and since we're on Space Chapter 2... Alright. Time to find... Let's do this. That thing will do the White Meteor's contrail. Alright, I know. Okay, so... Alright, let's do the White Meteor contrail. Oh, your PNG's gone. Yeah, I know, Larry. I'm trying to figure out what the heck went on. I don't know what it is, so, I'm gonna try and see what I can figure out, but whatever the heck it is, it just blanked for some reason. Just weird we managed to get it working yesterday. I want to make sure, so while I'm playing, I might as well try and see if we can get, if we can do, so we're doing the White Meteor contrail, see if we can hit this area. So don't worry, it's just a bug or whatever. Well, hopefully it'll work, so ping it if you have to through the message. We'll find a temp solution to get this bug out of the way. But it should work. I don't know why, it's just basically... get around it. But anyway, oh, hold up. There we go. Let's get back to work. Char Aznable. I'm currently Lieutenant Quattro Vagina, kid. The world has no more need of Char Aznable. Okay, Lieutenant Quattro, then. Can I talk to you for a minute? Certainly, Uso Ewin. You know my name? I have many connections in the League Militaire. Now, what can I do for you? Nothing really. I just wanted to talk. Ah, you're curious about the man who tried to commit the greatest mass murder in history. I kind of am, yeah. But I'm more curious about what makes you tick, I guess. You had asked me to give voice to my shame. No, sir. You don't have to talk about anything if you don't want. I was kidding. Anyway, I'll be fine with a little small talk to fill the time. Thank you, sir. That actually is one. There's actually one other person interested in talking to you now. I'll flag him down now. Ensign Jonah? An EFF soldier? You want to interrogate the former Supreme Commander of Neo Zeon? No, I'd like to ask about the 1-year war. The 1-year war? Please tell me what you can about the colony drops. Those are the eyes of a man who lost someone dear to them in that tragedy. The times change, and useful strength grows strong and plants its roots firm. So, you do what you want, Amuro. What are you saying, Lala? Your voice is too far away to hear. Strength? Are you telling me to lend my strength to someone? Is this about Char? Answer me, Lala! Lala! You're frowning to yourself. Yet another dream, didn't you? Yeah. Lieutenant, what would you say to heading out into space for a while? You saying you want me to go out there and find Lala's roaming soul or something? At the very least, a trip would probably help to pull you out of your current rut. Not a chance. There's a war going on in space once again. I want no part of it. I've fought enough already, damn it. Right. I was rescued while floating through space on a chunk of Axis. I barely made it out of that alive. And now here I am, confined again in Cheyenne, this time as a living memorial of the Axis shock. I guess the big difference compared to my time in the confinement following the 1-year war is that this time they assigned you to me as my partner. Right, so I'm sorry, Chan. I'm basically content with my life now. I kept removed from the conflicts of the world, left to tinker with machinery as much as I like. I think maybe this is the life I've always wanted. If that's true, Amuro, then why do you have such a sad look in your eyes? Why? You don't have to fight, no, but I can't stand seeing you filled with such sadness. Chan, wait! What the? Psycho Frame reacted to you. Have you been carrying that around, Chan? Psycho Frame saved you and the Earth in that battle. I kept a fragment of it on my necklace as a good luck charm. I'm sure normally I'd never get clearance for that, but that tiny little thing. Amuro, I wonder if maybe Char and I opened a forbidden door. If we did... An attack? On Cheyenne base? You better evacuate, Amuro. No, I can't. Not now. Huh? That tiny little psycho frame, your life. It's connected to it all for me. I can't stop any more than the rest of mankind can, so... The White Meteor's Contrail. Allied defense team has been wiped out. I'm all set on my end. Amuro, moving out. So sorry. We could have avoided necessary casualties if I had just gotten out here sooner. These are Kikaiju, huh? Here I'm in this machine, fighting Kikaiju, making a 10-year comeback. This Gundam was furnished for me to give me something to tinker with. It should be tuned up enough to handle live combat. I'll get this done so I can head into space. Fighting Kikaiju takes me back to my 1-year war days. They may be stronger now, but so am I. I'll prove it.
気恥ずかしくもあるが今は敵の懐に飛び込む落ちろ
Hold up. That is very Terraria attack these monsters face. Yep. Yep. Alright. Sorry about the delay. Just while I'm doing work, I'm trying to basically get some stuff fixed around, so I keep forgetting about that. My bad on that, folks.
命を粗末にしてあの頃より進化しているとしても間合いに入ったこれで決める
Still not getting any picture. Is this guy the first Gundam pilot? Yeah, he is, Doc. That's Amuro Ray, the guy from the very first guy of Mobile Suit
そんな
Gundam.
直線的な動きで威圧される前に叩くそこか
Fucking Dingo all sort of grave at this point with that. What makes you think that? Oh, you mean the PTSD stuff he's going through? Well, he did survive the events of the mobile suit thing. But wait till he sees Char. That's gonna cause some PTSD for him. No, I mean being one of the almost oldest mecha characters out there. Oh! Just remember, Drac, it only took around 10 years, a 10-year gap. But yeah, he is one of the oldest characters.
機械獣との戦いはそれなりに経験しているトリセルサこのいけ
Well, of course, but technically you also got to remember Mazinger's also in the franchise too, and he's one of the oldest as well. Only difference is that universe Mazinger is basically a reboot. Fucking vibraphone SFX. Oh, you're talking about the new types sequence. I didn't think the Kikaiju army was especially active in North America. Are they here specifically for me? Huh! Now it's them, huh? Oh, great. It's the Panzer Patrol. Neotheon. And they're remnants of Char's forces? The Gundam. I wasn't expecting to run into one of those here. Is the pilot of that Gundam Amuro Ray? What if he is? Are you here to pay me back for what happened to Axis? We aren't hung up on the past. Oh, the metallic vibrating sound. Okay. But if we want a future and a new Zeon, we must bring back the captain. The captain? And for that to happen, Amuro Ray, you must be eliminated. I see. If you think you can plant him back on your pedestal, then you really haven't shaken off the past. What? You think he would give you the time of day? All units fan out. It doesn't matter if this is Amuro Ray. We can still overwhelm him with sheer numbers. Amuro, I won't die. I have something I need to do precisely because I'm among the living. Well, looks like we got some battle between Neo Zeon and the Londo Bell. Maybe that's what triggered the forbidden door being open to mankind. Even if it was, no, not... Ah. This is the EFF Autonomous Corps of the Gargoyle Squadron. Amuro, are you alright? I'm managing Amuro Ray. He's not the one I know, but I'm still grateful we can fight together again. Amuro. So Char's in this Gargoyle Squadron too. Amuro, I know, first we deal with the situation. Shaking out the past is much easier said than done, but it has to be done all the same. Otherwise, the dead will just hold you back. Ow. Char Admiral and Amuro Ray. I thought they lived in a completely different world from mine, but here I am, fighting alongside them. What a strange feeling that is. I don't know, I'm sure somewhere out there's a lot of Gundam fans basically that would gush at that kind of thought. Amuro, the choice you made will keep fighting. That's the man I know.
これ以上はやらせん。もらった。
And we got the score of 20, which is one of the requirements because we're going to show you something. Lexitone. That's the one. Ah, okay, that's the basis. One last attack, of course, the traditional Gundam Vulcan sound.
こいつはただの旧式じゃないぞ。こいつでまさかニュータイプだとでも言うのか。ガンダムには俺も恨みがある。落ちろ。いい機体だ。俺の反応についてきてくれ。
And for those who want to know, the Gundam has a name. Its classification is RX-782. That's its designation number. Vulcan, hope it's logical. Mecha Star Wars is happening. No, a Vulcan gun is basically not like what you think it's Star Trek. It's basically just a Gatling gun. Alright.
ガンダムを落とせば頭を押さえる。分かってたか。逃げないなら撃つしかないじゃないですか。みんな離れてキャノンを使うから。
Joke, man, I know. Like the real one, basically a big brother of a minigun. That's exactly what it is, Draco. I really need to put this back here. There we go. That's better. And the joke is, and the thing is, all mobile suits have these. God damn. I really wish it had crosscut. That would have been better. In the old games, crosscut was an ability that literally allowed. There was a proc chance that some could deflect melee attacks. And there you go. And there we go. Open fire. Oh, that was a miss.
モビルスーツのデータはインプットされている。
J デッカあいつを狙うんだ。
了解ボス。 J バスター。
なななななな。
行け。隊長、申し訳ありません。
Not every day you see a RoboCop kill a mobile suit. We are arresting Xeon. Yes. And it doesn't matter if they have diplomatic immunity because with Jay Decker, it's just been revoked. Amuro, I thought he was living out his days in confinement. I never thought I'd see him voluntarily take the field again. He's got that fire again. It's like the time after I slapped him. Oh. After I slapped him. This refers to the change in Amuro's resolve during the 1-year war following the altercation with Bright. At the time, Amuro was unwilling to go out to fight, and was slapped by Bright not once, but twice. It was only after he mentioned Char's name and was scolded by his childhood friend Fra Bo that Amuro finally found the reason to keep fighting. What this is referencing for most of you people is known as a little thing called the Bright Slap. Just Bright slap that Panzer. Unwilling to fight, and they say NGE was original with its reluctant hero. White Meteor, the new type Amuro Ray. If I had strength like his, I could.
俺はこのガンダムに乗ることになると射程に入ったインカム終わらせる撤退するしかないのか
Wow, he's good, really good. I've seen his data, but actually seeing Amuro on the field in the flesh, I suddenly real glad I fight for the Federation. If I fought for Xeon, I would have to go up against that guy. Amuro Ray, the White Meteor of the Federation. That guy's nuts. You can't force that kind of talent. That was some tongue bath session. Thank you, game.
コックピットを避けて行動不能にするんだ。
グリッドマンを助けてキャリバーさん。
わかった。アクセスコード。グリッドマンキャリバー。 を使えフリットマン。フリットキャリバーエンド。
Here we go.
あのモビルスーツは俺に任せてもらおう。これで決める。切り裂けスラッシュリッパー。とどめ。撤退するしかないのか。
I think you're dead, pal. Oh, wow. Little sliver of hell. Anyway. Just because I like watching a mobile suit getting dusted.
いけるか。やってみるさ。直撃させる。
And that was actually fitting. I don't care whether people are new types, regular schmoes, or whatever. I am who I am, and I fight for my own reasons. Go, dude. And of course, I like using that special attack motion.
戦うことでしか意志を示せないのか。これだけの攻撃ならば。そこだ。直撃させる。隊長。 申し訳あり。
And of course,
足を引っ張るつもりはない。射程に入った。インカム。終わらせる。
all Neo Zeon forces have been destroyed. This team is similar to the one deployed in San Francisco. The men wanted to reclaim Char Aznable by targeting Amuro Ray. That old war is still raging on, just in a different form. The old war, huh? I have to find out myself what lies beyond that. Man who opened the door as a living being. Who's piloting this machine? Me, sir. I'm the narrative's test pilot. I see. Don't let the dead consume you. Sir? Hey, nice to see you again, Lieutenant Amuro. You too, Warrant Officer Chan. Glad to be here, Astronage. So, you mean... Cheyenne base has been wrecked up pretty bad. That's more than enough reason to leave. So I'll be signing on with this team. Char, I see you're alive too. I'm going by Quattro Pagina currently. Ah, I see. You're a dead man. I'm not about to demand that make amends for your past life, but at the same time, don't expect me to accept you just because you gave up the name Char again. As well you shouldn't. Let me be clear right now. If you're signing on with the Gargoyle Squadron, then leave the vendettas at the door. Understood, right? Chen and I are both signing on. Accepting a guy living under a house arrest might bring you more trouble than he's worth, though. We're an autonomous group. If they want to bring up complaints over something this petty, I'll give them a piece of my mind. And if it starts to create trouble, I'll bring Luo and company and Commodore Fikes into the argument. Commodore Fikes? The man in charge of the Gargoyle Squadron. He's got an independent position in the military. Ah. This may be a little late, but are you sure about this? I have no desire at all to force you to fight against your will. Not that I want to fight exactly, but if there's something that can only be done by the living, then I'll do it. Living? Ah, forget I said anything. Living. Amuro, you hear the voice of Lala and the others too, don't you? Power plant Temray circuit acquired. And we got Chan as a supporter. Let's get some parts operational. That was some tongue. that works. So, got boiling blood. We could take a look at this one. That should be helpful. Alright, let's take another mission. Sign. This Camille person seems very important to you, Lieutenant Quattro. Not my place to talk about him right now. Just can't believe he's being kept under Federation surveillance, too. Yes, in a nasty place called the Augusta New Type Laboratory. That's why you were getting Louis Vuitton Company's help to get Camille out, right? Not just Camille. Huh? I refuse to tolerate young people with futures being exploited as tools by backwards, outdated humans. No more. Is that why you tried to destroy those backwards people? That's right. Don't expect Camille to simply take a hand as blood-soaked as yours when you hold it out to him. I'm not expecting him to. Lieutenant Quattro. Are you curious about him? Is it wrong to be? I'm obviously not okay with what he tried to do. Still. No. Char has the power to draw people in. Even I can admit that. And you strike me as a smart kid. I'll doubt you'll let him be a bad influence. I don't appreciate being called a kid, Amuro. How catty, the hero and the ex-villain. Well, yeah, that's the whole relationship. If you've seen the original Mobile Suit, you can see how they both had a kind of a rivalry. Sorry about that, Uso. I have high hopes for you. Do? The people who fought with Char can only see him through the lens of combat. That lens of his legend. I'm glad to have people who can see him objectively. Yeah. Anyway, setting Char aside for the moment, Augusta. The people there are the real concern. I certainly wasn't expecting Augusta to be on our itinerary. Getting there together with you, people will say that fate has its work. Read our destiny with your fortune telling. Pardon me, Ensign Jonah, Miss Michelle. Hey, Jojen. Why have you been stalking us since your visit to San Francisco? Whoa, hold up. I'm not here to creep on anyone. Honest. What are you here for? I, just wanted to offer some encouragement. You talked before about misery-loving company, and you seem to have heard that we're miracle children. Maybe. Look, who are you? Ah, Ensign Jonah, here you are. Great, Michelle's with you too. Today's my lucky day. What's with you guys? Pardon me, we're Team Rabbits. What of it? Not what I was asking. Hey, look, it's not super urgent or anything, but you look kind of down in the dumps, so we came to see you wanted to eat with us. You're inviting me to. Michelle, you're invited too, of course. I want to be happy to dine alone. I'll pass on the proffer to take my meals alone. Properly alone. Hey, Michelle, are you and Ensign Jonah heading out? Is that a joke? It's not funny. You're saying there's a chance for me? And me? Enough, both of you! You're bothering both of them. Let them be. We have to do better. Remember, we came to help cheer the ensign up. Thanks, Rabbits. I appreciate the invitation, but I got a scheduled recon run coming up. Oh, okay. Good luck out there. Your chin up, Ensign Jonah. You know, I'd still be down for a nice dinner with Michelle. Hoorah! You just can't take a hint, can you? Well, I guess we'll be going now. What's up with those kids? Ah, Team Rabbits. Those kids were cultivated for the MJP project. MJP? That's a project doing gene manipulation research for environmental adaptations. I heard about it from Mavi at the lab. Only part of the truth's out there in public, and I seriously think Mavi needs to adopt a new hobby than stalking people. The cultivation process includes drastic measures like memory manipulation. Pretty sick stuff, I gotta be honest. Sounds a lot like the cyber new type enhancement process. They may seem like a bunch of goofballs, but really they're the same. Same as you guys, same as me. All the same? Who are you? Well, guess it's just not fair to stick my nose into your business without sharing anything about myself. I'll put you guys in if you want my life story. Jojen. Camille. I finally cracked the security for the lab databanks. I shudder to think I've spent that long there. Back during Charles' Rebellion, I was helpless to stop him. You can't blame yourself for that, Camille. I had just recovered from a mental breakdown. You did everything you could. Everything I could wasn't enough. I couldn't stop him, and worst, I lost Amuro. And now the Federation wants to use me as a new type specimen. Joke's on them, I guess. There's no point in using a failure. Then again, there's a lot more that's pointless than the lab and the Federation. Even when access nearly fell, even when Laplace's box was open, the whole world didn't change. Like, no matter what we do, it's all useless. Neil, you're just tired. You should rest for today. Put that bad thing out of your mind. Sorry, Fa. Here you are, staying with me, and all I can do is... Anyway, that's not what I want to talk about today. Find anything notable in the databanks? Yeah, the Miracle Children were here in Augusta, apparently. The Miracle Children? I don't blame you for not recognizing the name. They were on the news back when we were kids. Back when the 1-year war first broke out, there was this group of kids barely any older than us. They apparently predicted that a colony would fall on Australia, and they urged citizens to evacuate. And those are the Miracle Children? It was a group of 3 kids, 2 girls and 1 boy. They were studied hard as a group of new types. And not just them, Rosami was here in Augusta too. Here we are, new person. Rosami, a cyber new type from the Augusta laboratory. There, she was assigned the name Rosamia Badam. She was heavily traumatized by the colony drop during the 1-year war when she lost her entire family. For the end of the Grips War, her memories were altered to make her believe that Camille was her brother, for the sake of giving her a cover story to approach him, and thus infiltrating the AUG. Later on, she was sent to confront him in the Psycho Gundam Mark II. With her mind broken beyond recovery, a pained Camille was forced to put her down once and for all. Rosami. Her? Her real name was Rosamia Badam. The name Rosami was something they imprinted on her for infiltration. I'm still not sure whether Rosamia Badam was her original name either, though. Camille, if this goes on much longer, I know, it's obvious that the lab workers here are only going to view me as a guinea pig. But at the same time, they're terrified of me. They're afraid that their guinea pig might fight back one day. Stay here, you can end up like all the other cyber new types. By the time they spend tinkering with me, it's time they're not spending messing around with the labs of their test subjects. Camille, you don't mean all I can do right now is keep them from being more victims like 4 and Rosemary. A cyber new type from the Murasami laboratory. Her full name was 4 Murasami. Stressed over the loss of her past memories, she piloted the Psycho Gundam with the belief it would help her recover them. She developed feelings for Camille, supposed to be her enemy. However, the modification received in the laboratory caused her to lose control of her actions and turn violent. For this reason, she was forced to fight Camille in his Gundam Mark II. In the end, Camille managed to reach out to her true self and bring her back from the edge. But at the moment, she was cut short as she moved to cover him at the cost of her own life. 4 Murasami had a major influence over Camille's growth as a person. Stop it, Camille. You're your own person. You don't have to sacrifice yourself or anyone else. It's no different from the time you gave your body over to the souls of the dead. Ah. A sign. No sign of activity from the lab. Even if we did show up without appointment, we're still friendlies. They're probably confused about how to deal with it. I'm going in. Ensign Jonah, keep them busy. Understood. Ensign, be honest with me. Rather destroy the lab? I imagine that Augusta isn't a place the Miracle Children have many fond memories of. You knew about us, sir? I've learned of you when I lived in confinement following the 1 year. And you 3 were the heroes just like me. The irrational level of hope and fear people feel toward new types. I was their first real specimen, something I felt responsible for what happened to you guys and the Federation's cyber new type. Don't worry about me. I refuse to let that get to me, even if someone might call me irresponsible for it. I am my own person. I don't live just so other people can push their hopes and expectations on me. Lieutenant, it's absurd for the living to be bound by the dead. You talking about being possessed by the dead, sir? Yes, I am, in a couple of ways. Don't live an absurd life, Ensign Jonah. Why are you telling me that? Might just be because I heard a voice. A voice? Ensign, you handle things here. That voice the Lieutenant heard. He warned me when he saw the narrative. Did you know about the Phoenix? Jonah! Neo Zeon! They're using older models and they're trying to camouflage themselves. If they're out of here, they must be after the lab. Intercept them, Jonah. The place develops mobile suits, but they don't have any active troops. I'll guard this place for my life. You head for the lab, Lieutenant. Jonah! It wasn't all bad memories there. I won't let anyone else touch it. Alright, I'm counting on you. New type labs. A place they shouldn't exist at all. But this was the place where I lived together with Rita and Michelle. Michelle. Damn it, I can't afford to let myself get distracted. That's 2 units. That's 3. I'm sick of losing this because I'm powerless. I'm gonna fight this time. Camille, are you okay? Amuro, you're alive. Ba, where's Camille? Well, what's wrong? I don't know. Sometimes act strangely before this, but ever since the fighting started, they might as well... What? They might as well destroy the whole place. Then no one would ever... Being possessed by someone else's thoughts? It could be excessive stress in the lab experiments, and Camille's already way too sensitive as it is. But that means Camille... No. It's just one person's thoughts. The anger, sorrow, and despair of a huge number of people are flowing into Camille. Camille's mind can't take of this. It's going to be a repeat of... Camille, snap out of it! Camille! Camille, listen to us! Don't let other people's feelings overwhelm you. Are you going to let what was entrusted to you go to waste? The only ones who can give shape to the feelings of the dead are living people. Remember the living. Remember the special someone that's right here in front of you. Special someone. Feel it. Feel the will of someone who's trying their damnedest to live right here and now. It's a bird. A bird that's struggling, but still trying to fly. Camille! This goes on much longer. No, stop that, Jonah Basta. I can't fight and let them break my spirit. That's... Are you good, Camille? This machine was in the hangar. I think it's a test model, a Gundam-type mobile suit with heavy weapon loadout. Not the same controls as the Mark II. No problem on my end, Amuro. Good job holding out, Jonah. This is Camille Bean speaking. I'm moving to provide support. Camille Beaton? You're Camille Beaton? Know who I am? I've heard you from Lieutenant Quattro. Camille, don't get distracted. Yes, sir. This is Ensign Jonah Basta. Your assistance is welcome. Jonah Basta. That's one of the miracle children. Okay, you two, follow my lead. We're gonna push them back. Yep, that's the full... We got the full armor. That's the full armor Gundam. We would have gotten the... That's the full armor Gundam Mark II. We would have just got the regular Mark II, but now that we basically did, we can have some fun now. But that's one of the specs that requirements we got, so... That's a good mech we got. But how you doing? Oh, we did well, Larry. We got the full armor Mark II Gundam. I can hear a voice calling to me from space. Something's about to happen. Something that never has before.
のジオンの残党とは違う。飛び込めばいける。食らえ。こんなところで。
Anyway, since we fulfilled our heads up, we got reinforcements coming. Great, it's the Panzer Patrol. Like this is their main force. Does Augusta really hold that much value to Neo Zeon? Don't worry, we got the Gargo Squadron now. Finalize. The Rock Talum's Captain Wright's here? And is he here too? Nice work, Amuro. You too, Ensign Jonah. All units support them and intercept Neo Zeon. The enemy's composition different from what we saw in San Francisco and Cheyenne. Guys teaming up with Zansky have reached the Earth's surface, huh? They braved all the dangers of atmospheric assault. Yes, I can guess what Zeon's after. A hole through him. Power of Zoomies compels you.
どうして人間同士で喧嘩するのら突っ込んでってダーン行ってきまます塩辛パワーやっぱ塩辛は無敵なのら
来た。
Ooh, here we go. Let's take a look at this damage, what it can do. An Armored Mark II. It's like a reflection of my current state. I don't know what I can do as I am right now, but I'm gonna keep pressing onward. The souls of 4, Rosamami, and all those who died in that lab, and for myself.
なぜ戦いという手段しか取れない。 そんな動きで逃げられるか。行け隊長、もう
That should take care of that. And frag most of our units. Hooray. That should take care of all of them. Oh, let's take a look at some of the attacks they got. I see a Vulcan pod.
ガンダムを落とせば叩き潰す。
そっちが戦いという手段を取るのなら、お前たちがいるから戦いがいつまでたっても終わらないんだ。やらせるか。
ガンダムの時代は終わったんだよ。
Oh. So it's just basically minigun stuff. Oh, damn. You're not touching me. Camille, you don't need me anymore. One less thing for me to regret, and that's enough for me. That's Camille Beadan, one Char Asimil's pinned his hopes on. I can see why he's incredible. That should help us. That should help armor out a bit. That should take care of that. All clear. Do your voodoo.
最後のこれだ。インコム、行け。
わないでよ。迎撃する。
俺とは格が違うというのか。受けた恨みは忘れない。
Alright, I'm gonna have to tap out. I'm nodding off.
出過
I'll
ぎ
watch
た
the
らこ
VOD
うなる。
later. Alright, have a good one, Draco.
パターン通りの動きね。気をそらしてくれさえすればこれで落とす。
隊長、申し訳ありません。
There we go.
見えているんですよ。距離を取ったって当たれ。
こんなところで。
敵モビルスーツの接近の阻止を。衝撃砲1番2番攻撃用意。
了解。連装衝撃砲1番2番攻撃用意。
即興データ確認。相対速度合わせ。よし、撃ち方始め。
There we go. Now we get to see the last one, the grenade launcher.
ガンダムを落とせば。来るなら来い。この分からずやが。
向かってくるのならその力を奪う。そこか。
ガンダムを落とせば。落ちろ。
それなりに訓練は受けてきたんだ。そこなら
追いつく。射程に入った。インカム。終わらせる。
There we go. Oh, this is just messed up. There's always gonna be the one guy who thinks he can do so.
ここから先には行かせん。
やった、避けられた。人と戦うなんて。コックピットを避けて行動不能にするんだ。そう。
隊長。
And backhand, of course.
戦闘を開始する。やられる前にやるまでだ。
朝木にしちゃやるじゃねえか。
どういう意味だそれは。ネオジオン、相手をするしかないか。当たれよ。隊長。
Go.
Gundam タイプ。やれるのか。目の前の敵から叩く。それつきが今さら何を。そこか。撤退するしかないのか。
Yeah. All enemies have been destroyed, but Dion attacked a Federation new type lad. That bears reporting. Camille, we're here for you. This is the Autonomous Corps Gargo Squadron. We're exercising our authority to remove you from the instance. If any trouble arises as a result of this action, then I'm ready to pull in help from high places. Thank you, Captain Bright. In that case, I'd like you to pass on a message to the administrators for me. Tell them it's not permissible to turn people into tools. I'll make sure that message gets passed on loud and clear. In light of the fact that they're now popular Xeon targets, I think new type research institutes worldwide will end up getting re-examined. Hopefully that'll improve things a little, eh, Ensign Jonah? Yeah. Augusta is a place with a lot of memories for me, Rita and Michelle. The past can't change, but even so, we have to change. Jonah, Camille, you've been entrusted with a responsibility of your own. Just don't let them consume you. Fight because you want to. Camille. Char Aznavour! I'm fairly certain that's the second time you punched me. I haven't worked out what to say yet, so this is what I got right now. Fair enough. Of course, I hardly expect a punch to wrap everything up neatly. Char Aznavour. Ah! Char, is this the reunion you wanted? Saying nothing is no different from running away. That won't change anything. Camille, that was the cry of a man in pain. Yeah. Must have been rough for you, Fa. Nice to see you again, Captain Bright. I finished handling Camille's assignment. You're both free to go. And I mean that. If you want to walk away from the Gargoyle Squadron right now, you're welcome to. I think Camille will choose to fight. Camille was ready to give up on life before he already knew what seemed to be different now. But changed his mind. I'm not too sure myself. It was that Gundam there. The narrative? Huh? You're Ensign Jonah Basta, right? The way you fought looked like a bird to me. A bird? It was like an injured bird trying its hardest to fly. That's what let me fight again. Thank you. Oh, I don't think I'm some kind of huge inspiration like that. Jonah, my good man, you need to learn how to take a compliment. Did go way above and beyond today. Oh, Captain Bright, Fa and I will be working with. Sure about this? I did a lot of thinking about what comes next, and I was here in Augusta. I still don't have an answer, but if me going into battle can help to protect someone or something, alright, I'll be counting on you then. The way Amethyst and the supplies we got from New York Company, I'll sign to you. You, Fa. Yes, sir, I'll do my best to pull my weight too. Thanks, Fa. I think you're part of the reason why I can fight again. You're the reason I was able to shake off the soul. Yeah? Yes, you show me warmth in those who live by the warmth of life itself. Camille. That's right, Camille. Never forget you're alive today. Char Aznable, I get why you lost faith in the Earth Federation. I get why you were trying to accomplish. And your methods aside, sometimes I don't disagree. But I'll dream of what humanity should be in my own way. That'll be my new battle to fight. Aqua module acquired. Up. But we got some good stuff, so anyway, I'll be right back. I gotta go answer a bio break at the moment, so be right back. And I'm back. Let's continue on. We still got a few more missions to do, so some upgrades. Hold up. Alright, hold up. Here we are, Amuro, he's got hit and run. B. Alright, that should give our Amuro a bit of a boost. Oh, a Mathos. We're gonna do that. Let's do this. Time to enter Magic Girl Land. Otherworld forces? That's the name we've given the unidentified seemingly otherworldly forces currently establishing a sphere of influence centered on Oceania. The conditions surrounding their appearance, we are currently operating under the assumption that they emerge from the blue hole. Up, let's check. Working. Oh, good it is. The blue hole, this mysterious dimensional anomaly that appeared in the Pacific Ocean one day without so much of a hint of a warning. The world's deep enough in trouble that most people just try to ignore the thing, but it's kind of freaky how it just showed up one day. As noted, the other world forces are deploying large formations across their new sphere of influence, and they've already come in conflict with the local EFF forces. Wait, hold on. From what you're saying, you think the blue hole? Yes, we believe it connects to quite literally another world. Absolutely fantastic. This was already crazy, and now we're on the express to downtown Crazyville. A whole other plane of being with unique creatures and life forms considered impossible by the standard known as science. Things like these have already appeared in legend and folklore since the dawn of human sapiens. Who would ever thought we'd be invaded by one? As Chief Mavi has noted, the otherworldly forces possess a culture completely alien to us, and we do not completely understand them. Their weapons are powerful, while their technology, or otherwise, which drives their weaponry, is fundamentally different from our own. With no other word to explain the technology for a moment, and falling back on calling it magic. Literal magic, huh? On top of that, we've also confirmed that the presence of biological combatant units within their ranks that can only be really described as monsters. Magic and monsters. They'd be amazing if they weren't the ones having the risk of becoming monster mash. Already enough trouble dealing with human conflicts, so now we have alien enemies and enemies from other worlds. Well, if it makes for a party at least. In order to deal with all this, we believe our first goal must be reconnaissance. We need all the information we can get. So what? Is the Striker gonna take a plunge down the blue hole? The EFF has already sent several unmanned probes into it, but they were all crushed within the hole before they managed to reach the other side. You've got to be kidding me. Therefore, the plan now will be attempt to make contact with the otherworldly forces near the hole and try to gain information that way. Another world. Really going up against magic and monsters. Wonder what kind of place the other world is. Ooh, if it's all fantasy, handsome princes are mandatory. You never give it a rest, do you, Tamaki? You say that, Shugura, but you seem on edge too. I'm just excited. A competition between magic and science. This is going to be one for the history books. Both certainly have your perspectives. But honestly, I think having just yet another enemy we have to fight is giving me a stomachache. You worry too much, Asagi. I wish I could take everything easy as you, Tamaki. We don't know for a fact if we're going to end up fighting yet. What are you on about? They already engaged us, haven't they? Well, they could be confused, sent here by some kind of accident. If we just take things out, we could reach an understanding. Come on, Azero, do you really think real world has a happy ending like they do in the manga? I believe it's important that way, at least. Who's so? If we approach them assuming they're enemies, then we'll take an aggressive stance no matter what we do. You're right, we can't afford to let our preconceptions trap us. Those of us on the front will need to try to be as unbiased as possible. Okay then, if we got some hot guys, leave the negotiating to me. Well, turning that around, I guess Tamaki's trapped by preconceptions that a good-looking guy can't be bad. that naivete could let the enemy get the upper hand. I mean, that's true, but we've come out here in the blue hole, so let's at least find a way what's going on ourselves. So I guess from the blue hole, how's that going to turn out, I wonder? And our next mission, Otherworldly Savior. Here we go. Arrived at a destination. The blue hole is in visual range. So that's the blue hole. So if we stay in the general area, we should make contact with the otherworldly forces eventually. From reports, the otherworldly forces are set time. This is part of why we believe they're crossing over on our world as part of a strategy. According to the apparent schedule, we should appear in a few hours from now. Hold up for a moment. Get myself some hot cocoa out of this. Captain, the dimensional boundaries are beginning to warp around the blue hole. It must be coming. It's one of their otherworldly forces airships. Units are being deployed from the airships. Sir Innova, if you will handle things here. The aerial battleship has entered the blue hole. That ship must be a transport to bring units over to our world. If they're able to cross through the blue hole, they must be shielding their ships through some method unknown to us. So those are otherworldly forces everyone's worked up about. I'll time out for a second. And this is why I don't like getting poll calls. They always do this all the time. Those kids definitely look like they've been through an adventure on another world. Trust me, I should know. Armored knights, dolls made of mud, and a giant wolf. Ooh, this is straight out of an RPG. Well, I can't certainly believe they came from another world except for seeing them in person. Alright then, let's show them these fairy tales the power of science firsthand. Cut it out, Sugara. Let's leave it to Captain Mitsuba to handle things for now. Unit Commander, come in. If you understand this message, I hope you will respond. I am Commander Mitsuba, Grey Valley, with the Gargoyle Squadron EFF Autonomous Corps. We would like to request a chance to speak. They're saying something. What do we say back? Ignore the words of those outworlders. We have a mission to fulfill. Did that wolf talk? They understand us well enough. They just don't care, apparently. You're so straight-laced. Fine, fine. Time to get to work. Come on, you lot. Let's light them up. So much for negotiations, looks like. These aren't ballistics or optical weapons. This is really magic. Like in the briefing. Please stop. Give us a chance to talk things out. Stop fighting. Stop fighting. Does that mean fighting's the only option? Seriously, what a bunch of hand-wringing fools. Well, if you just want to stand there, you'll make a nice, easy target. Shall all perish as my master desires! Captain, we don't have a choice. All units engage! Fine then, let's give them a kicking and a reason to run with their tails between their legs. End the phase. And of course, this. Captain, we're detecting another warp on the blue hole, similar to the one from before. Enemy reinforcements? These 3 mobile weapons have disappeared in the airspace above the blue hole. More otherworldly forces then. They seem different from the ones from the previous deployed though. Umi, Boo, you both okay? I'm managing. I wasn't sure what would expect us if we were sucked into that hole. This isn't Sephiroth scenery. Hey boss, ain't that the Magic Knights and their rune gods? Have they come to our world too now? Magic Knights, legendary knights summoned from another world by Sephiroth's Peeler. The legend goes, when Sephiroth's in peril, Magic Knights will appear from another world. With swords of Escudo, they will revive the 3 rune gods and become Magic Knights. And the rune gods. Legendary beings who tend the Magic Knights with their power and fight alongside them. They are actually spiritual beings with the form of a lion, a dragon, and a bird. After acknowledging the Magic Knights, they assume a large humanoid forms. To wield their powers, one righteous heart and spirit needs to acknowledge by the rune gods. Or rather, they've come home. Hikaru, Umi, look over there! Isn't that a Federation Forces battleship? Wait, did we return to our own world? You have indeed, Magic Knights! In Nova, one of Zagato's servants, and if he's here with those Silhouette Knights, Zagato and the Kingdom of Zaludek are spreading their foul reach of their invasion towards our world then. Sephiroth and this world are 2 sides of the same coin. A world supported by the power of Pillar's prayers. It's a world where one's will determines everything, where magic, monsters, and other strange creatures exist. The Pillars pray for a bountiful nature and peace is well loved by the people. However, the Pillars maintain the balance of Sephiroth. Losing the Pillar tips the balance, and everything falls into destruction. Just as you could be called here to Sephiroth, so too shall we travel to your well. Because of that hole, it is now, as the laws of our world twist and shudder, that the gates of other realms yawn wide. The laws of your world are shattering, all because Zagato kidnapped Princess Emerald. That does it, Inova. If you attack our world, we're gonna fight you. You're with me, right, Umi? Boo? Absolutely. We're not gonna just hand our world to Zagato on a silver platter so he can ruin it. Thankfully, we can still use both our rune gods and our magic. We can fight, so we shall fight. Those mobile weapons, they seem to be opposed to the first set of otherworldly forces. I think the enemy my enemy applies. Can you hear me, Federation folk? We're the Magic Knights. We'll fight for you. We can explain everything once the fight is over. Let's join forces and get through this for now. We read you, Magic Knights. We'll gladly accept your help. Oh, wow. I was expecting a bearded old man as captain, not a pretty lady. And she seems sincere. I think we can trust her. Let's go, Umi, Fu. Whatever we are, we're still the Magic Knights. We can't lose in here if we're gonna rescue Princess Emerald and bring peace back to Sephiroth. Yo.
向かってくるのならその力を奪う。出てくるからこうなるんだ。遊びでやってんじゃないんだよ。
Time to give these guys a taste of the 21st century. Or whatever century the mobile suits are in.
こいつのことは俺が一番よく分かっている。近いか、あらば行け。
私がお前を倒す。行くぞ。トリア。トライとすればエンド。何の戦果も上げ。
Let's move these over here. Anyway. go. Now you're gonna deal with Silhouette Knights here too. The Kingdom of Zaludek, Zagato's allies, so they're still expanding their invasion plans to include our world now. So after the Kingdom of Cluspercha, they shifted their targets to Sephiroth, and now they want our world too? Well, we'll fight them. Bad guys who help beat the bad guys are the enemies of the Magic Knights for sure.
小娘に残酷な現実を教えてやろうかな。一気に蹴散らすよ。これでしまいだ。
風向きが変わったようですね。
We finally made it back to our world too, and now there's monsters here too? I would assume Sephiroth's monsters are coming here through that hole. We can think about it later. Right now we gotta beat up the enemies we got right here.
「魔物を放っておいたら世界がめちゃくちゃにされる」「炎の矢だ!」
出力調整いける。インコム射出。
Alright, that should sucker punch her for a moment. Man, His Highness Cristobal's ambitions no end, do they? I thought we were teaming up with that crappy High Priest to go invade Sephiroth, but now we're off conquering strange new world. Well, so it goes. Whatever he fights the battlefield's a chance to make a name for myself. Guess I'll hitch my cart to His Highness's greed. Here we go.
光る役に負けてられないもの。水の
ポンコツどうして動かないんだよ。逃げるのが下手だね。ほっときな。
さすがに温厚な私でも頭にきたわよ。私たちの世界を守り抜く。
Here we go.
赤い稲妻。
Oh, we got some magical girl stuff now. Yeah, that's what it is, Larry. Rune Knight Rayer.
私としたことなんてざまだい。
Well. Looks like the people of this world have some fight in them. More fight than I expected, at least. Time for me to duck out for now, for my first priority has to be linking up with the main forces. Unit believed to be the commander of the armored knight forces have retreated. Shall we pursue? Negative. Our first priority should be grasping the situation at hand. So Carrot retreated. Her ilk are just mercenaries clinging to Master Zakata for the profit dangled before their noses. Still, she should prove to be useful. She will run roughshod over this world, gritting chaos as she goes. Plus, I like the theme of Rare Earth because it's got that real good toe tapper.
魔物との戦いは私たちに任せてください。緑の切符。 And of course, we got the alchemy mech with us, the Side Buster.
魔装騎士の力ってのをな。もらったぜ。
And yes, if you're wondering, yeah, those golems do sound like Bowser. Okay, that was just overkill. Anyway, let's continue.
魔物に負けるマジックナイトじゃないから。勝負は一瞬。そこを続けていくわよ。
Here we go. Ooh. Magic Knights, now that we met on the battlefield, prepare to meet for your end. Innova, why are you even here on Earth? Save your breath. My only desire is to obey Master Zagato's orders and slay you all. Oh, for crying out loud, words really are worthless on someone like him. Then we must use actions instead to save Sephiroth. Magic Knights, obstacles to his great wish. I will bury you all here. We're not gonna lose. We'll beat you, beat Zagato, and save Sephiroth. Not just Sephiroth either. We'll keep our world safe too. And for Larry, here. This world will be his. If that is my master's wish, then I will offer my life to see it realized. If doing so can bring any peace to his heart, then my life is a small price for that. Here you go, Larry.
まさきロックされたにゃ。どうするにゃ。
先手を取るに決まってんだろ。そこだ。アイファミリア。
知ら。わかってるにゃ。
この程度とはな。礼を返さねばなるまい。雷よ、我のもとに。死ね。俺を相手にするのはやめときな。
Ooh, that hurt grid of mine. And here we go. DK time. Main magical girl protagonist attack.
イノーバ私はお前なんかに負けないぞやるよレイオスはー炎よ切り裂け
申し訳ありませんザガート様。
How could I be driven back like this? I must make sure Master Zagato knows of their power! You're gonna turn and tail and run, Innova? You misunderstand! I have a duty I must fulfill! Strive as you wish! This world will be Master Zagato's one, regardless of your struggles! So Zagato really is trying to conquer this world then. On top of kidnapping Princess Emerald, and messing up Sephiroth so much, what is his problem? We must let our world fall under the rule of such a monster. Yeah, we will fight to stop Zagato. The other world forces have retreated. We managed to force them from the field, but I don't think we gained any useful information. Hopefully we can learn something useful from these magic knights. What is it, Hikaru? Umi, Boo! Akalone's here! Found you, Alcyone. Magic Knights, so you come to this world too, didn't you? I came to welcome Innova's crew, but this is perfect. Now I can destroy you all right here for Master Zagato. Says you, we've already beaten you plenty. You're just a stubborn old lady who doesn't know when to quit. We've already heard a lot from Caldina, Ascot, and Lafarga. We really like to talk to you too. If you just don't you dare compare to me to that lot. I have sworn my loyalty to Master Zagato until my dying breath. Come, Magic Knights, you may take comfort in dying here in your homeland. Please answer just one question first. Why is Zagato trying to lay his hands on our world as well now? I have no answer for you wretched ears, Magic Knights. If that's a fancy way of saying you don't know much more than we do, shut up! Sounds like I hit the nail on the head. Then we'll just ask Zagato himself. Then we'll beat him and rescue Princess Emerald. He is a great man, worthy of ruling every world in existence. I will not let you stop him! Ice Javelin! You need to learn a new spell already. We can dodge that one in our sleep. Nothing will go the way you want. Not on this world, not on Sephiroth, and certainly not with us. Come on, Umi, Boo. Water Dragon! Emerald Typhoon! Flame Arrow! Ah! They're getting stronger! Oh, how have they been so much stronger in such a short period of time? The magic of Sephiroth draws its power from the heart, and our hearts won't lose to someone like you. Give it up, Alcyone. If you refuse to talk things out, you better be ready for the only option we have left. Girls! You shouldn't assume you've already won. Who are you? You really are getting on, Alcyone. I can't stand watching you getting kicked around by these brats. Kerhilt. By the looks of you, I assume you are a Night Runner of the Kingdom of Zaludek. Got it and won, Blondie. Mind you, you were giving me a hard time not long ago. My name is Kerhilt Kitakanis. I currently command a low-end night order. You're here to rescue Alcyone, aren't you? Sure am. Alcium's serving as a guide for us in this world, you see. Sorry, Carehilt. Ah, come on, don't worry so much. You still owe me big time for this, though. Fortunately for you, we are not going to simply shrug and walk away. Ooh, feisty. Want to go around with me? Wait, Umi, don't rush in. Come on, Hikaru. You just want to let her escape? I don't know. Something about her feels ominous. And hey, the redhead's got good eyes. You're right. I probably won't have a chance facing Magic Knight everyone's yapping on head on. But you know what? One scratch from this knife and I've already ran. Get my drift? It's poisoned, isn't it? Bingo. Sorry, girls. But a victory's a victory no matter how you get there. If you think I'm bluffing, feel free to try your luck. I'm pretty sure I can take two of you down with me. Heh. Can't move a muscle, can you? That too be expected. But hey, that means no one has to die here. You've given me Alcyone, and I'll leave you all alone. Good girls. Come on, Alcyone. Let's make tracks. Magic Knights, I will remember this humiliation. I will. How frustrating. We couldn't even move. That Carehilt lady's eyes. She was scary. The way she fought and the way she handled that negotiation, she clearly has experience fighting other people. Zaludek's a lot tougher than we thought, I guess. To think that Zagato has allies like them on his side. We have to get stronger ourselves. We have to rescue Princess Emerald and save all of Sephiroth. We should take the chance to contact the Federation forces units. If we can, it'd be nice to understand what's happening. We finally made it home, but that fight's just getting started, isn't it? Either way, we're not going to stop. It's the Magic Knight's duty to save this world. The otherworldly mobile weapons, they've suddenly disappeared. Well, they're being driven by Magic Knights, so I suppose they would be magic. Captain, we've sighted girls we believe to be the Magic Knights at the location those machines disappeared. I think they're trying to make contact with us. Understand. Once our mobile team collects them, we'll hear them out. So you're the Magic Knights. I'm Hikaru Shino, Magic Knight. I fight in the Flame God Rayer. Be right back, folks. Basically double check to make sure my bike was inside. I'm Umi Ryuzaki. I fight alongside Hikaru in the Sea God Celes. My name is Fu Hoji. I led my aid in the Sky God Widam. They're kids. I can't help to notice their clothes you're wearing under your armor. They look a lot like our world school uniforms. Well, that's because we're actually from Earth. We were summoned to this world by Sephiroth by Princess Emerald. No, the other world is named Sephiroth. Sephiroth is currently in a state of chaos thanks to the action of the High Priest Zagato. That monster you fought, the monster called Golems, were sent by High Priest Zagato. So then, the enemies you called Otherworld Forces, High Priest Zagato is essentially the leader of that army. This is all happening because Zagato abducted Emerald. Who is Princess Emerald exactly? I understand she summoned you to Sephiroth, but aside from that, Princess Emerald is the pillar of Sephiroth. Ooh, lore time, folks! The one who supports Sephiroth with the power of their prayers. Those tasked with this role have to love Sephiroth with all their hearts. If Sephiroth loses his pillar, its balance is lost and it will fall into destruction. Think never-ending story with the Moonchild. The pillar? She uses the power of her prayers to hold up Sephiroth like a pillar. She hasn't been able to pray since Zagato abducted her, and it's causing Sephiroth to fall apart. Wait, back up a moment. Does this mean that High Priest Zagato is willing to let his own realm, country, whatever be destroyed? We don't know what he wants or why he's invading this world. Magic Knights are spoken of in Sephiroth legends as the ones who will save the world. Princess Emerald, the pillar, summoned to us and we've been fighting with the Rune Gods to defeat Zagato. The Rune Gods are the robots you pilot, I take it? They're not technically robots, but yes. Rune Gods are sentient, divine beings that aid the Magic Knights. They appeared in response to the call of our hearts and our legends and their power. But we haven't fully mastered their power yet, which is why we haven't been able to get to Zagato's castle, where he's holding Princess Emerald. Now that the pillar's power of prayer has weakened and Sephiroth has grown less stable, Zagato has joined forces with the kingdom of Zaludek. A large nation has been invading their neighborhood countries. It somehow opened a gate that leads to this world apparently. Large armor knights you all fought was a silhouette knight from the Kingdom of Zalodek. The Kingdom of Zalodek is somewhat different cultural origin than Sephiroth's central realm. Their magic comes from a different source. Zalodek has, through their alliance with Zagato, expanded their influence and now are assaulting the world through the gate. A gate. That's the blue hole. We're trying to go take a look at the gate, but instead we got sucked into it. And when we came out of the other side, here we were, which brings us right now. Well, you've certainly given us a lot of information about the otherworldly forces, but what do you plan on doing from here on? We would like to accompany you if you find it that amiable. Don't you need to return to Sephiroth? I don't know if we can, even if we want to. What? I heard Rhea speak to me. Apparently we're not strong enough to pass through the gate as we are. Even though you were able to return here through it? Apparently it's not the same as coming here from Sephiroth as it going to Sephiroth from here. That gate is something Zagato created, so any who might try to travel through the gate without his permission, well, it's likely won't be good for anyone who tries. I thought maybe the power of the Rune Gods could do something about that, but as the Rune Gods themselves are saying, the next time we pass through the gate will be the day we fulfill our mission. I suppose that means the Rune Gods will guide us there themselves when we are strong enough to bring our mission to an end. We got to become stronger somehow. I think fighting the enemy of peace here is what we need to do to accomplish that. The mission of the Magic Knights is to save the world, which world it doesn't matter. Please everyone, allow us to lend our aid. We're just as interested in working together as you are. Magic Knights, if you fight for peace and freedom, then you will help be most welcome. Of course, this world is our world too, after all. The Magic Knights will use their strength to fight anyone who disrupts peace. And eventually we will win the Rune God's recognition and head to face High Priest Zagato. We'll be with you when you do, of course. If High Priest Zagato is the mastermind behind the otherworldly forces, we'll have to defeat him regardless. But we're ready to help. All that aside, though, shouldn't the three of you try to contact your families? Well, if they knew we were fighting, I'm sure our families would be terribly worried. Still, you've been gone for a while by the sound of it, so I imagine you're worried sick anyway. If you wouldn't mind, I think we can explain things in a way that should smooth things over. It can tell them that you were present during a battle, rescued by the EFF, and have chosen to stay in a military-sponsored school for a bit. Of course, if you should return home, we can absolutely make time for that as well. Thank you so much, Captain. Hikaru, Umi, Fu, welcome to the Gargoyle Squadron. Pooh! Poo-pooey! Haha, wow, Makona's thrilled too. And who's this adorable friend? Oh, this is Makona, a companion on our journey. Now, if you were to ask who Makona is, though, I'm afraid we don't have much of an answer. Makona is Makona. That's enough of an answer, isn't it? Alright then, a pleasure to meet you, Makona. Popoyu! Poyu! We'll prepare quarters for you, so once you have a chance to relax, we'd love to hear more about your adventures in detail. Of course! Someone to save the world. Sounds like everyone's fantasy. Yeah, if only it really was all big adventures and epic victories like the stories. Something on your mind, Masaki? Well, guess I got an idea what they're in for. Hey, can I ask you a question? What is it, Yuta? Hikaru, you visited my house before, haven't you? Huh? Oh! Aren't you Kamuri's little brother, Yuta? Hikaru, do you know this boy? He's the little brother of a friend of mine. I played with him sometime when I was visiting her place. But Yuta, what on earth are you doing aboard a battleship? You're a Magic Knight, Hikaru, and I'm the boss of the Brave Police. Brave Police? We can talk about it later. I'll introduce you to everyone first, okay, Hikaru? Sure. It's really good you're here, Yuta. A gorgeous captain and an elementary school kid. They say it's like an elite EFF unit, but a bit more like an all-access party, I think. I'm not certain we have room to talk, being middle schooler Magic Knights. Everyone's definitely on the same page as one thing, though. They're all fighting for peace. Fumi, Fu, let's do our best as part of the Gargoyle Squadron. Zephyro, Zagato's castle. I've received word from Innova. The Magic Knights have appeared in the other world. Hopefully they'll never return to this world again. But don't. Nonetheless, we must be ready for the worst. I've ordered Innova to eliminate the Magic Knights. Please stop, Zagato. If you don't stop, Sephiroth will. There's nothing for you to worry about. I've already made arrangements for everything. Princess Emerald, you don't need to think about anything anymore. Soon, you'll never need to be sad again. Magic Knights, please fulfill your mission. If you don't, Sephiroth will be... We got some upgrades, too. Oh, Alone in the Wild. We gotta destroy 3 units so we can get some new parts. Good. That's good, so we defeat that, so... There we go. There we go. That takes care of some upgrades. Well, looks like the good news is we got some new units. I'm gonna save from our game. Well, we're gonna have to end our stream a bit early, so I'm gonna say thanks to the following people: Alextra, Alien Gathering, Commander Root, Lizzie Beth, Lizard Guy, Violet's TV. I also gotta thank Dr. Collegist and Horace for tagging along. Thanks a lot for tagging along, folks. I'm gonna try and maybe spend some time on here to try and get my bot operational. So on Thursday, we might get my bird back. But either way, I'm thankful for basically there. And also, if there's anybody here that's basically tied to basically try and tag along and give me some pointers about for my affiliate, it'd be might helpful. Also, if you do like what you see here, you can donate to my Ko-fi if ever you want with a tip jar. Hopefully, once I get more myself affiliate, we won't need to make that as a that won't be much of anything, but hopefully once I get more info about affiliate, we can be able to do some stuff. So until then, have a good night, a pleasant tomorrow, and we'll let's see, make sure. Yep, we got the blue hole. That's ours. So take it away, guys. Take it away.
もうこんな時間か。今日は休むとしよう。休息を怠ると、いざという時に力を出せんからな。君も次の戦いに備えてゆっくり休むといい。特に睡眠をしっかりとることが重要だ。睡眠が不足していると判断力が低下する。これは戦いにおいて。
諸星さんの小言は俺が引き受けとくから、君はもう休んでよ。じゃあまたね。
Good night, everyone.